But Dad, isn't it time for illegal ham interface? But bro, where's the banjo?
What is going on, everybody? I am that fat guy. He is Big Bri.
Hey, man.
And we are Legal Ham to the Face. We are missing one glorious person. My cousin Vinny got married this weekend, and he is on honeymoon. So
Where to?
He went to Myrtle Beach with the family. He took the girls with him and the stepdaughters now. Nice. And they went to Myrtle Beach and got a few pictures of them on like the giant Ferris wheel down there.
Yeah.
You know, the big Ferris wheel. That one.
Yep.
Then I asked him if he's going to do a slingshot. He had a few other choice words for me. So I don't think he's going to do the slingshot.
Sack up, Vinny. Do
it. Easy, Bri. Come on now.
I'm saying you only live once.
So that means no word of the day. No, my cousin Vinny word of the day. We will pick that up next week.
Thank God.
July 6th at Rookies Bar and Grill in Bri. We have a special guy joining us that day for a couple minutes to talk a little tribe with us.
Okay.
Mike Halzheimer is going to join us there for a little bit. He just got a piece of his work published in Sports Illustrated.
Really?
So NEO Insiders, he's going to come up. We're going to talk a little bit of tribe with him just for a few minutes and get him. He had he wrote an article about Corey Kluber. And it ended up in Sports Illustrated. So it's a really good read. It's not a long one, but if you see it, check it out. So he's going to join us up there a little bit. Always Positive Jay is going to be up there too with us, probably heckling us in the background, but we're going to have some great food, so it doesn't matter. And I even reached out to Big Boy Phillips to see if Big Boy Phillips is going to come up.
Yeah, that's kind of his neck of the woods.
That's what I thought. So July 6th at Rookies, live at 6 p.m. and we will go from there. We have to first get into our show. I got to bring up our notes for the show. Today is June 29th. We are going to do our shout outs here in just a second. Bri, it's your turn for trivia today. We got my cousin Vinny word of the day. We're going to talk a little bit of Cavs ping pong fortune. We're going to talk a little bit of tribe injuries and how they still keep winning. We're going to talk a little bit about Browns, a little special take on Browns. We're going to get into our Fattboy Tuesday. We're going to talk about Vinny's wedding and the spread of food and wedding foods that we look forward to when we go to weddings. And our top, not 3, not 4, but 5 current NBA players that we like. And then we will end the show with our trivia answer and our outro. And also, do not forget to come catch us live July 10th in Maria at the WJ Green Lodge. Me, Big Bri, Craig Fountain. My cousin Vinny will not be there for that. He has a birthday party. Always Positive J, Brad Ward. We are all going to have a table set up, and we're going to call it the all ham table. Does that sound about right? Can we do that?
I get down with that. Sure.
You know, mix all eyes on Cleveland plus legal ham plus Browns table. So the all ham table.
Is there a weight limit to this table?
Well, there's about to be because that's a lot of weight. So come check us out. It'll be a great time. It's for a good cause. There's going to be cornhole. There's going to be music, and there's definitely going to be food that we're going to be showing off. Craig is bringing up his stuff too, Bryce. So we're going to have a nice little spread out. All
Awesome.
right. Other than that, let's get into our shout outs today, Bri. We got to shout out Coach Kevin Arnold for joining us last week. We were supposed to have Jake Burns on with us this week. We had a little scheduling conflict, little family things going on. So what Brian and I are going to try to do, depending on time and everything else, we're going to put out a special Jake Burns episode later on in the week. So keep an eye out for it because I will definitely promote the crap out of that. Vinny's wedding, obviously. We got a Ava. Congratulations, guys. I teared up a little bit during the ceremony. I'm not going to lie. Hey, the vows were amazing, and the best man speech and the best bridesmaid speech.
Yeah.
Just maid of honor speech. Yeah. Tear jerkers.
Pretty good, huh?
They're really good. And let's see here. I had something else on there for my our APA tournament. Yeah. We did not. So we are trying to juggle my cousin Vinny's wedding and the APA tournament all the same way.
That's what I heard.
Especially with half the team being at my cousin Vinny's wedding, especially with this fat guy in cousin Vinny's wedding. So 2 captains were down. We had a valiant effort. We made it, I believe, to the Elite 8. And then we were
okay.
Not. So, but that's okay. We had a blast. It was a good showing, especially for everything that was going on. You know.
So you went to the wedding, then played pool, then the reception?
No. So what we did is I played pool first thing that morning.
Okay.
Then went to the wedding. And as the wedding was going on, we had our team taking care of it. If they would have won while the wedding was going on, we would have left the reception and went back and played pool.
I got you. Okay.
So, but that's where we were at. So it was it was crazy.
It was a long day.
It was a long day. We'll get to Vinny's wedding here when we get to Fattboy Tuesday.
Yep.
Bri, do you have any shout outs you want to get out?
Believe it or not, I don't have a ton of shout outs this week. The only one I can think of is I'll shout out our boy Nick Weary, who
that's right
will be on ESPN at noon on Sunday for the Nathan's hot dog eating competition. He's got some stiff competition because I think Joey Chestnut ate like 75 hot dogs last year.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, so
that's a lot in 10 minutes, bud.
Good luck, Nick.
So if find him on Twitter at Nick Weary.
We'll be pulling for you, though.
We're definitely pulling for him.
Get the ham karma behind you.
It's going to be it's the Danny DeVito ham. You remember that one?
No.
Oh, I didn't show you that one?
I don't think so.
There's a GIF out there with Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Right.
And a fishing net with Danny DeVito eating this ham out of a fishing net. I'll show you the GIF later, Brian.
No, I'm good. I don't think I need to see that.
He didn't have a shirt on either.
Yeah.
All right.
That's about right.
Do you have any other shout outs?
That's it, man.
All right. Well, Brian, our show is brought to you by the Lake Erie APA, the American Pool Players Association, largest pool league in the world. 250,000 members and nearly $2 million in guaranteed prize money every year during the championships in Vegas, which we just missed out on. But anyone and everyone can play. And there is 9-ball singles. It doesn't have to be team. You know, you come. I think it's 20. Our membership is $25 for our membership for the year, and that gets us into any APA tournament that we want. How awesome is that?
Yeah, hell yeah.
So all you gotta do is play pool and have fun. All right. So I'm not wearing my APA hat and stuff like that because it's way too hot outside here in Cleveland for me to go get my hat out of the car because Brian already spent about 8 hours and 94 today with 100% humidity.
And my car said 93. Yeah, it wasn't fun, but it's supposed to be nicer this weekend. So good for all the cookouts out there.
Let's pray for that. So, Brian, let me get our sounder ready because I am just, You know how I am. I'm always behind on something.
I got you.
So we got to get our, let's see here, our trivia. All right, that's enough of that. We're going quick into that. So, Big Bri, it's your turn for trivia today. I thought I would stump you last week with the special trivia I have for you and Kev, but both of you pulled it out at the end with Mo frickin' Williams.
Kev got it. Yep.
What do you got in store for me today there, big boy?
I got a little NFL trivia for you. I was working on one that I was going to give you, but I couldn't find all the information, so it might take a little bit longer. So I kind of went to a default one here, and I believe it is gettable, and it'll be similar to my last trivia, where I'll give you the top 5. You got to give me 3 of them. So I'm looking
as long as I don't say Kevin Nash, right?
Yeah, no Kevin Nash, no Hulk Hogan, no Scott Hall. They never played in the NFL, so
all right. I just want to make
maybe
sure
you can get this one and not get 2.5. I'm looking for the 5 highest paid NFL players for next season.
For next season?
Next season, yep.
Ooh, that's a good one.
That'll kind of give us, a barometer of where we're at with Baker and how much we might have to pay him.
I like it.
Spoiler alert, they're all quarterbacks. You probably figure that out, but
I thought Aaron Donald might be in there, but okay.
Nope.
All quarterbacks. Okay.
All quarterbacks. Yep.
All right. Well, Bri, you want to get in? What do you want to start with first? I'm going to let you the roulette wheel of Indians, Cavs, and Browns. Where do you want to start at?
Let's start with the Cavs because I think that's the most exciting thing that's happened the last week.
All right. So our ping pong ball of fortune finally landed. We got the number 3 pick in the NBA draft.
Yeah.
It is great for Cleveland because I was watching the actual ping pong balls drop. I'm like, I watched 9 go. I'm like, come on.
Yeah.
I watched 8 go. I'm like,
yep.
Oh. And I watched 7 go. I'm like, ooh. And then we got 3. So
yeah,
lucky number 3. All right. And we got a choice to make because we still got to figure out what we're doing with Colin Sexton because he's going to want a max deal.
Right.
If you send him to restricted free agency, that's just going to piss him off because you're pretty much telling him that he's not worth a max deal.
Mm-hmm.
So we have an array of players to go through. We have Cade Cunningham, which everybody's saying he is the number 1 guy. Yep. We have Jalen Green.
Mm-hmm.
We have Evan Mobley. Is it Evan?
Yep.
Okay.
Evan. Yep.
Jalen Suggs.
Mm-hmm.
And who is the 5th one I am forgetting?
Kaminga, I guess. They could
that was
potentially Jonathan Kaminga.
So out of those 5, Bri, all right, let's take Cade Cunningham out. Out of the rest of the 4 that are left over, all right,
yep.
What would you like to see the Cavs do with this number 3 pick?
Ideally, for me, it would be Jalen Green because I think he's a scorer. He's a little bit bigger. I'd be okay with Suggs. I think I'm really hoping for a guard here.
You don't want the 7-footer.
I wouldn't mind it, but we have Jared Allen. And so,
well, yeah, but we also have 48-year-old Kevin Love too. I mean, it would be nice. I'm just saying, it'd be nice to actually have somebody on the floor along with Jared Allen and Larry Nance.
Yeah, well, and that's true. I wasn't even factoring in Larry Nance, so
because we haven't heard from him last year,
right? It's, in my opinion, it's turning into a guard league, and it has been for the last 5-10 years. It's a guard and a wing league because you look at who are the best centers this past year. Embiid, gone. Jokic, gone. So you get some of the best.
Doing, though. You got Embiid played his ass off, so
he did.
Embiid.
He did. No, I don't blame him. I don't know if
be at that.
Yeah, it could just be a coincidence, but I think you win games based on what some of your guards can do, based on jump shots, 3-pointers, and get in the hole and get into the line. So I would like Jalen Green. I'm not in love with him because I wish, ideally, for the Cavs, I think what they really need is a 6'7", 6'8", 6'9", potentially wing player that can shoot. That would be the perfect. If I could draw up the perfect guy for the Cavs to draft at 3, it would be a 6'9", small forward that can shoot and create his own shot. I don't think he's in this draft. Kuminga is 6'8", but he shoots 25% from threes. So I don't know if you can develop that into a good 3-point shooting guy.
No, because normally the guys that come in, if they can shoot threes in college, they're shooting threes in pros.
Yeah, and
guys
20
that can't, it's a little difficult for them to come around.
Yeah, 25% is awful. And so I wish Scotty Barnes is kind of the same way. He really can't shoot. There's another guy that statistically, based on how tall he is and his talent, he would be a right fit for us, but he just can't shoot. So I don't think there's a perfect guy for the Cavs in this draft. If Cunningham dropped to 3, I'd take him in a second because he's a bigger guard. He's like 6'8", and he can shoot. He shot over 40% from threes.
Okay.
So I'd take him, even though he's more of a point guard. But I think if you take a guard, you have to make a decision on Garland and on Sexton.
Well, yeah, I mean, you do, but you could also kind of, I hate to do this, but you also could kind of ease your rookie into it. Now, granted, you're drafting him at 3. He's going to be the face of the franchise now.
Right.
Let's just be honest. Whoever's getting drafted at 3, that face is getting plastered everywhere because now is the time for the Cavs to kind of flip the switch because you got the 3 pick. It's time to get out of this little rebuild that we're in and try to start competing because we thought we were there and then we lost, 18 out of 20 to end the season?
Which, I'm fine with now because it resulted in us getting the 3rd pick.
No, I get that. But I mean, you had some chemistry there, but you also got to factor in, like you said, you got capable guys there for the draft. And you know something? For once, whoever they draft, I'll be okay with.
Yeah.
I mean, I hate to be that person. Like, I would love to have Green because I know he's an offensive guy. Mobley, 7 foot, and guess what? You can't really teach in the NBA? Size.
So are we in agreement that you said you'd be okay with them drafting anybody, but anybody being any of the top 4 guys? Because there's kind of a drop off after Cunningham, Mobley, Suggs, and Green.
Yeah, because the way I see Suggs is a bulldog.
Yep.
That's the way I see Suggs. Suggs is going to go out and get baskets, everything. Green's just a scorer. And Mobley, we don't even know what we got with him yet because he can stretch the floor a little bit.
Yeah. 7
feet with the wingspan that he has, and also could kind of help down low with Jared Allen, too, if somebody starts driving because he can actually defend, too. So we have options. For once, we have options. It's not like the first 2 guys and then it's over with, or we're picking 5th and have to take a Coro like we did last year, like we were joking around about last year. We finally got into that lottery of good people. We got into that lottery where all stars are born.
Yeah,
and if you look at it, I mean, look at the number 3 picks lately. Was Trae Young a number 3 pick?
Him or Luka, I can't remember. They're 3 and 5, and they got traded for each other.
So, I mean, you start to look back at some of the players that were picked at 3. It's not a bad thing.
No.
Keep looking at it. So, let's see what Kobe Altman does. And you know something? I think right now, you said that Kobe Altman was on the hot seat. I think right now with this pick, it's this pick or bust. Because if Kobe Altman screws this pick up for the Cavs, he's gone.
And he was very fortunate that he got in this top 4 because outside of this top 4, there's not many sure things. I think the top 4, as long as you pick one of those 4 guys we talked about, he'll be all right. He can spin it to where, this is our guy moving forward. But yeah, my issue with Kobe Altman is he's kind of painted us into a corner with the way he drafted Sexton and then followed it up with Garland.
Well, at that point in time, Garland, all right, Sexton was, I think, a reach. But, I mean, they panning it out for the 8th pick, Sexton's played great. Has he?
Yeah,
he has.
He has, and that's why
the following pick, though, Garland. Who else was there for him to take besides Garland?
they could have found somebody.
Okay, I mean,
Cam Reddish, I think, was there. He was a 3-and-D guy. I don't know how his career has progressed, but I would agree with you that Sexton isn't bad. Sexton for the number 8th pick, I think he's fine.
Yeah.
But you followed up with the next year with basically a clone of Sexton. I understand they do kind of different things, but you got a guy the same size that's a scorer, and you can't have 2 of those guys on the floor at the same time, unless they're both all-stars.
Well, what they're kind of comparing Garland to is kind of like a Jason Kidd kind of player. Like he's going to get you some points, but he's more of the floor manager. You know what I mean? He's going to play great defense. He's going to do the things you have to do as a point guard. And Sexton was never really a point guard.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest. He was not a point guard.
Yeah. But, you can't have an undersized point guard pair him with an undersized shooting guard because, I would agree. Sexton's more of like a shooting guard because he's a playmaker, and Garland's more of a distributor. But, it bugs me because we seem to have drafted undersized guys in the last 3 drafts. And now we're looking at Jalen Green, which hopefully he falls to us. But he's another guy who's kind of slotted as a 2-guard, as a shooting guard. That's the only position he can really play. I wish we had guys that were a little more versatile. If we wanted to have a small lineup, he could play the 3 or the 4. Or if we wanted to have a bigger lineup, he's the 2.
Brian, now don't forget, they're open for business too because they even talked about trading the pick.
That's true.
There's Sexton trade rumors. There is 3rd pick trade rumors. Now, if they're going to trade the 3rd pick, and I say if, the return on that thing has got to be great. Because if it's not, and you pass up on one of these guys for, let's just say, Dame or Ben Simmons or I'm just saying the names that are out there that are floating around.
Oh, yeah, right.
If you trade the 3rd round pick, you better be getting a haul back for it. And if you don't, that's on you. Because one of these 4 guys is going to be an all-star. And we've already seen it transition so far with the playoffs with Trae Young, LaMelo. I never thought LaMelo Ball was going to be anything.
I'm still not buying it. He's a talent, but I think eventually he kind of combusts.
But I mean, you sit there and watch all these people, and it's like, okay, like this is what Luka, this is what you have to do. This is how you build it up. So, you have your pawn piece now, and you better play it right.
So, would you be upset if they traded the 3rd pick, or would you be okay with it?
Oh, I'd be pissed off if they traded.
Oh yeah, right. Me too.
I'm not joking because at that point in time, these 4 guys I think are franchise changers.
Yeah,
I really do. I think for Detroit, for Houston, for us, and for who is the 4th?
Toronto.
Those 4 are going to change these small markets around. Well, Houston's not really a small market, but Detroit, Cleveland are. It's going to change those around. And I think those 4 guys, I think, are going to be at some point in time all-stars. I really do, Brian.
So let's say Cade Cunningham goes number 1.
Yes.
Who are you hoping falls to us at 3? Who's your next favorite guy?
Jalen Green.
Jalen Green's your guy?
Because I know we have Sexton, but he's a different kind of scorer than Sexton is. Sexton's a go-to-the-hoop guy. This kid can just light it up from anywhere.
I would agree with that. And I'm hoping for Jalen Green.
And from what we talked about today, we listened to ESPN 50 all the time. And Jay Billis was on there today talking to Hammer and the boys. And he said that if Jalen Green would have went to college instead of the G League, he'd be the number 1 overall pick. That's how good he is.
Really? Billis said this?
Billis said this, and he said at some point in time in his career, he will probably have a couple scoring titles. So that is how good his offense is.
Yeah.
But that's what I think that's what the Cavs need, because if you look at the Cavs team, they're good defensively if they want to be. It's offensively, they don't have a person that can flip the switch and turn it on again.
Yeah. And I would agree with you that I'm hoping that Green falls to us. If Green goes number 2, I'd be fine with them taking Suggs. I think, like you said, he's a bulldog. I think he's a ball player. He's a winner. He looks kind of like Chris Paul.
Yeah.
He's a leader.
Yeah, I love those kind of players too, because they will do whatever it takes for the team to win. They are not selfish. They are all about team, and I like those kind of players.
But assuming they take Green or Suggs, I think Colin Sexton's the odd man out. And I'm not saying that that Garland is a better player than him, but I think his contract is up, and you're going to have to make your decision to pay him big money or let him go. So I think you let him go, and I think you hope Garland turns into the player that you want him to be, and then if he does, you give him money, because one of these guys, if we take Suggs or Green, one of these guys are probably out of here.
The thing that's killing them right now, and it's the Kevin Love contract. That's the thing that's killing them. If they think Sexton's any sort of good, they can give him whatever deal they want. That Kevin Love contract is going to hang over their damn head for the next 2 years. But I'm being dead serious, because even if Sexton is a 6th man, you still need those guys on your team. Now, you don't need them as a max, but as a young team that they are, they do not need 34-year-old Kevin Love.
Yeah.
That's messed up so bad. And you know something, Brian, we talked about it. Yeah, I would take $120 million if they threw it in my face too. I don't care if they lied to me or not, because guess what? Their money is guaranteed. Oh, I'm hurt. I'm sitting up, still collecting the check. The only thing they can pray for is that he falls out in the Olympics, which he's not going to, and they can actually trade him, in which he's not going to. So just buy him out and be done with it.
How in the world did he make the Olympic team?
Well,
I don't get it. I have no idea.
That was Popovich.
Oh, well, and you know what's kind of funny?
Because Popovich always wanted him to play. Popovich loved Kevin Love's game, and he wanted Kevin Love so bad because he's that forward that can stretch, but also he's technically that forward that can get rebounds too. So that's what he's looking at Kevin Love as, because they still got their big guys now. I think Embiid's playing, isn't he? Or is he not?
No, I don't believe he is.
Okay. Well, I mean, they still got centers. They
got Bam Adebayo.
Okay. All right.
I think he's their only center, though, really.
Well, I mean, you got Kevin Durant, too, who's 7'2". Let's be honest.
Right. You know, what I was thinking was funny was, when, and what was it, 2006 or 2008, that was when LeBron and D Wade and Chris Bosh kind of started colluding about getting together for this super team. It was at the Olympics. They started talking about it.
Oh, yeah.
And as Cleveland fans, we were so pissed off that happened. Now we're kind of rooting that, hey, maybe Kevin Love can collude with Dame Lillard, and they can, set something up to where Love goes there. Hopefully, come on, collusion now. We need Kevin Love out of here. Anybody want to start recruiting him to your team? Yeah, go ahead and take him. And so completely flip the table. And get him out of here. I like him. It's sad that it's come to this point, but he's not doing anything to help our team.
Oh God, no, he's not. And I think he's making it worse, because he's supposed to be a veteran leader, and I don't even think he wants to do that anymore.
No, I mean he's checked out. He'll still give effort at times, but for where we're at as a franchise, as a team, we don't need a player like that. And that's why I'm with you. I don't want to trade the number 3 pick, because we're in full rebuild mode, and let's just, rather than dipping our toe in, let's just get a bunch of young guys and hope they turn it out.
By the way, in the background, when we share this video, that is Lil.
Yeah, where's she at?
Well, she was behind you. She's gone now.
No, she's sleeping there.
Oh, there she is.
I'm in the guest room, so I'm on her bed. She doesn't like it.
So we have Lil and Princess that likes to make appearances, and that's completely fine. By the way, I wore the Go Pig or Go Home shirt for you today.
Nice. Where'd you get that?
Bob Evans.
Oh. I love Bob Evans.
Hey, I'm being dead serious. My wife took me there. We were joking around, and I saw the shirt. I'm like, that's actually kind of clever. She goes, do you want it? I'm like, nah, no. She bought it for me.
Nice.
So, that's how much of a sweet shirt she is.
You don't become that fat guy unless you get all your apparel from Bob Evans.
Yep. Go Pig or Go Home. Piggy pancakes, buddy. That's how I like.
Hey, ain't nothing. That's a God bless America.
Yeah. Which we forgot. We'll shout that out here at the end of the show because when we come back, American Day will be over. Let's get into the Indians real quick, Bri. Josh Naylor had a heck of a collision, and he has a dislocated and broken ankle, and it was flopping around out in right field. It was not a sight to see. They only showed it a couple times, and I saw it. It was a freak accident. It wasn't anything he could do, but we've lost another guy for the Indians, but they keep on trucking.
Somehow
they beat the Tigers 13-5 last night. Hosey is he's Hosey. If nobody's pitching around him and he can actually get his pitches, I think he had 5 RBIs last night. He just does damage. Does damage.
He, by far, without a doubt, the most underrated baseball player that I know of.
Hey, you know what the best thing is, though? He's not even an all-star hunt. He's playing this good. He's not even an all-star hunt.
That's what I was going to bring up. Not one Indian in the top 3, was it?
Nope.
Yeah, not one Indian in the top 3. Now, it sounded like they haven't announced the pitchers, so maybe Clase or Karinchak or somebody can get in there, but what a joke.
It's unreal. Yeah. He is probably one of the best third basemen in the American League, and they're just nope.
He's in the top 3 of MVP voting almost every year, but he can't get in the top 3 of the All-Star voting. Give me a break.
And I do have to say this, Bri. We always thought that it was given that the Indians would be just kind of the Indians. The miracle that Tito is doing with this team right now, because if you look at this team and look at this lineup, there is no damn way they should be 10 over 500, yet they are. And it is a mixed mosh of AAA, people that didn't want them, pitchers, bullpen, everybody contributing. And it's, I think Rosario is on a 14-game hitting streak right now.
Is that right?
Yeah, so he's catching fire. But, I mean, you sit there, you watch this team, and it's like, how are they doing it? I don't know, Bri. I got nothing for you, but they are 10 above 500, and we're getting close to the 4th of July and the All-Star break, and we're still in it. So, I mean, I understand it's not a championship team. Do I dare say a playoff team?
Why not? Why not?
Now, granted, I know they won't win, but all you got to do is get in the playoffs. So that's what the 2016 Indians showed you. Once you get in the playoffs, if you catch fire with your pitchers, anything can happen. And guess what? We don't have any starting pitchers right now because they're all hurt.
Well, and you brought up 2016. We had one of the best pitchers in the league, Corey Kluber. In a 7-game series, he can pitch 3 games if you need him to. 1, 4, and 7. Yeah, so we got Shane Bieber. It might be a blessing in disguise that he's getting this time off now, and hopefully he comes back close to full strength and they can, kind of conserve his innings till September, October. But it's not crazy to think that, I don't think.
But I mean, Brian, you got to think about it. Our 3 that we were counting on are all injured. Plesac is starting to come back now.
Did he really break his? It was a broken thumb from taking his shirt off.
Yes.
I thought he just tore a ligament or popped it out.
He fractured his thumb.
What a joke.
Brian,
it's entertaining, I guess. That's kind of funny.
But Brian, I can't really say anything because I broke my big toe on a rocking chair before, just walking into it. I fractured my toe.
I understand that more than taking your shirt off.
But I mean, Maybe he got aggressive with it. Maybe he went Hulk Hogan and didn't realize the chair was there.
He had to be at least 4 sheets to the wind to do that. My goodness.
No, it might have been a lot of rage too. That's what I'm thinking it was.
Him and Clevenger having a good old night.
Yes, but hey,
I'm sorry. I'm just having a little fun.
Taking shots. All right. Well, let's hope the Indians keep this up. I mean, like we said, 4th of July is coming up on Sunday, which is, by the way, forgotten the shout outs. Mama Bear, happy birthday. I love you, girlfriend.
Cool.
Awesome. Her birthday is, she is a 4th of July baby. The story that she told me when she was really younger was, Brian, you'll laugh at this. Up until she was, I think, like 7, she thought that the fireworks and everybody that showed up were her party.
Sure.
So she ended up in the hospital with some, I think it was a broken arm or something. And she looked at her dad and goes, Dad, well, what are we going to do about my party? Well, baby girl, let me.
Why is everyone still celebrating?
So, but yes, her birthday is on the 4th of July. So,
cool,
honey. I wish you a happy birthday. We will probably be trampolining. So,
you gonna do any go out and watch any fireworks this weekend?
The great thing is about where we're at, where we live at, we get to see a lot of the fireworks.
Yeah.
And it's only like a minute or 2 away. But the one thing that we've done before is about 10 o'clock at night. Mm-hmm. You ever take a drive at 10 o'clock at night on the 4th of July?
No.
Absolutely amazing. I remember going down I-90 and just seeing house fireworks
everywhere, huh?
City fireworks. And you're just driving and there's fireworks everywhere. It's lighting up the whole interstate. You're just like, man, look at this. This is gorgeous. Like,
wow.
So if you should happen to do it, take a drive, take a look at all the fireworks that are going off, because it's not just the cities that are setting off fireworks. It's the hillbillies and rednecks that like to set them off too. So
that's where I'll be this weekend. Let me give you a hot tip though, for the people, Brunswick, Strongsville area. Go on out about 9 o'clock, 9:30. Go out to Mapleside Farms. They have a hilltop where you can see probably 5 miles. You can see all the way from Brunswick to the Grafton Penitentiary. There are 6 or 7 different fireworks shows that are going off there that you can see. It's unbelievable. It's so cool.
That's a paid testimonial, and you can pay me and Brian. You can get a hold of us at Leap in the Face.
Well, people are starting to catch on. It was kind of a hidden secret 10 years ago, but people are starting to catch on now. So a fair amount of people go out there, throw down a blanket, and just sit on the hilltop and watch all these fireworks shows. But yeah, if you're in that area at that time, definitely stop out. It's worth your time.
That's awesome. Like where I grew up at, Bri, drive around to see fireworks. Like we would have to drive 20 minutes and go to like a fairgrounds or something to watch fireworks. And then it lasts 30 minutes, and you're sitting in traffic trying to get out for the next 30 minutes.
Right.
I was like, come on.
Exactly.
No, normally what we do is we sit out front with the kids and just watch the fireworks go off, and they love it. We have a fire going, music playing, and just enjoying the 4th of July.
I can't wait. I'm so pumped. It's going to be so much fun.
I know you're wearing your America shirt.
That's right.
So speaking of, do you have the Brandon Whedon American flag onesie? Or no? Okay, I didn't want to make you stop your beer.
Actually, I do. It's right over there.
Do you?
Yeah.
God, that a boy.
Oh shoot! Let me get it. Oh, I'll have to wear it for one of the live shows here.
Oh my Lord, you do.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
So when we went whitewater rafting a couple weeks ago for my buddy's bachelor party, I wore that in the whitewater raft. And my buddy Turner, who I don't know how, the moment he saw me, he used to collect Beanie Babies or something stupid like that. The moment he saw me, he started calling me this Beanie Baby named Spangler. So he called me Spangler the rest of the trip. So go Google Spangler, and that's basically what I look like going down a whitewater raft, terrified.
Oh my Lord. All right, we're getting way off subject. Let's get back to we're going to do a quick Little Browns thing before we Jake Burns on hopefully Friday if we get everything set up right. So I asked Bri the question before here because I got the Browns table after our show tonight, and this question is going to be brought up also. Out of the three, Baker, Stefanski, and Bri, where do you rank those three at, Bri?
For me, I rank it Stefanski 1, Baker 2, Bri 3.
Okay.
And that's basically because I think I'm all in on Stefanski. I'm probably 90% in on Baker, and I think Andrew Berry has done a great job. Don't get me wrong, but I think what Baker's success is because of Stefanski, not solely because, but primarily because of Stefanski and the system that he runs. I think Berry and the success that he has is because he drafts players, he drafts positions that fit well with Stefanski. So a great compliment that I can give those two guys, Baker and Berry, is they don't have a big ego.
Yes.
They're willing to listen to what Stefanski has to say and fit in that system, and because they know that's what's best for the team. So, yeah, I love Kevin Stefanski. I mean, your first year, you come to the Cleveland Browns, who have been the losers of the league for 20 years, and in your first year, you win Coach of the Year, and you take your team to the playoffs. And like I said before, I think them winning in Pittsburgh, despite not having him, is a testament to the culture that he has built in 1 year, in a pandemic year. And I'm glowing. I have nothing but good things to say about Kevin Stefanski. And I think Baker and Berry are very fortunate to have him as the head coach. And I'm not saying they can't have success without him, but I think as a core group, he's the engine that turns this franchise.
All right. Well, mine is way different than yours then.
Cool.
So I got Andrew Berry number 1.
Okay.
I got Baker Mayfield number 2.
Oh, wow.
And I got Stefanski number 3.
Flipped it around.
Now, hear me out. Okay? I need you to hear me out on it.
Okay.
First off, once Berry got in here, he realized what he had to do and fix the offensive line.
Yeah.
He did that. He protected Baker. Stefanski, number 3. Now, granted, Stefanski and Baker, let's put it this way, they're a coin flip.
Okay.
Right? They can go either way. First, second, it doesn't matter. Second, third, second, it doesn't matter with those two. They can flip-flop because I think they're intertwined. All right. I have got a super hot take that is going to be on the Browns table tonight, which I've already kind of mentioned to you about with Baker, Lamar, and Josh Allen, because I think Baker is the best quarterback in this draft class, hands down.
Wow.
Hands down. And I'll explain on the Browns table.
Okay.
But
nice tease.
I know, I liked it too. But the reason why I like Andrew Berry is because Andrew Berry, for once, is taking what's in front of him. You know what I mean? Like, it is not a swing and a miss. Like, Newsom's there. I'm taking him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, all these picks that he's doing and all these moves that he is making, signing to Kareem Hunt, extending Kareem Hunt, doing all the little things, Cooper, Conklin coming in, Jed Wills. He actually sat there and just picked apart what the Browns were horrible at while Baker started, flipped the script, got a coach in here, and started meshing well with the coach.
Yeah.
We have never had a GM do that here.
No. Right.
They either butt heads or anything else. So I'm putting the GM because, you know something, Brian? Same old adage. You pick the players to play. Second thing, that's why, okay, Stefanski should be second. Coaches coach them, players play. third, Baker. But Andrew Berry has to make those picks. Not anybody else.
Right.
He has to make deals with Conklin, with Jed, with Wyatt Teller, even though that was a Dorsey find.
Right.
But you have these things that are in motion that he's doing, even this offseason. Well, our secondary sucked. Guess what happened? Look at our secondary now. Our defensive line was kind of sketchy. We got 38 defensive tackles now. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's changed everything of the Cleveland Browns, and he's smart about it. And it's not like super smart, like MIT smart. It's like the open up the book and read, dummy, smart. Like, it's right there in front of you.
That's exactly right. And one of the greatest compliments that I can give Andrew Berry is he doesn't try to be the smartest guy in the room. He is the smartest guy in the room. We know his background and where he came from.
Yeah.
But he doesn't try to be the smartest guy in the room. And he does a lot of things that I think us as fans can understand why he's doing that. You know, our offense, we're good. You need to focus everything on the defense. Don't be making some boneheaded signing and, you know, trying to trade for Julio Jones or something like that. You need to focus on that defense. And even me, when they signed John Johnson, I was like, you know, what is he doing? But the more I understood how good of a player he is,
be playing three safeties.
Yeah, the more I understood, like, he did this because Joe Woods said, I want to play three great safeties. So he said, okay, Joe, I'll go out and I'll get you a Pro Bowl type player. And so he did. So he listens to his coaching staff, and he doesn't have this huge ego and doing whatever he wants to do. Yeah, because he thinks so. That's the greatest compliment I can give him, is he doesn't try to overthink anything. But let me, and I don't like to do this, but let me kind of have a rebuttal on Andrew Berry. He's made a lot of great moves, don't get me wrong, but other than the Jack Conklin move, what would you say is his best move so far?
Jed Wills.
Okay. And so I understand Jed is a good player, but most people that know the NFL think Tristan Wirfs is better. Most people that know the NFL think Mekhi Becton is a better player than Jed Wills after one season.
And guess what? The reason why I say that, there was how many people? There was 4 offensive linemen, that one.
Yep.
That was their one.
He
actually went to Jed Wills. You're our guy. We're not going anywhere else. We're not going to Mekhi. We're not going anywhere else. If you're coming to us, you're there. We're drafting you. He was set on Jed Wills. And guess what? It didn't waver.
My argument is, out of the 3 guys that were there, Wills, Becton, and Wirfs, people think Wills is the number 3 out of those guys. So I don't...
Fine. I get that, but that's what they think. That's not what he thinks.
Well, right. And then also I'll point to the 2nd round pick with Delpit. We like Delpit. We love Delpit. I love Delpit. We still don't know what we have with him.
No.
But Antoine Winfield Jr. proved that he was one of the best defensive rookies this past year. Okay, and we passed on him to take Delpit. So in order for Delpit to live up to those expectations, he's got to play better than him. Otherwise, we took the 2nd best player there also.
Okay, Bri, I understand what you're saying. But if you look the past 2 years, 1st round talent, in the 2nd round they drafted Delpit.
Yeah.
Okay. 1st round talent.
1st round talent, but we still haven't seen. They slid for a reason. We haven't seen them perform in the league.
Exactly. So we really can't do anything about Andrew Berry for like at least a couple more years till we see how these guys pan out, right?
Right, but also I could point to
the pick that he's making, though. We're all on board with. We're like, oh, I didn't even think about like JOK in the 2nd round. He was supposed to be our 1st round pick at 26, was he not? Well, technically, but I mean, he was in that area. We got him where at 50 something? Like,
well, that was just good fortune. You could argue, but he had to make the move to go up and get him.
But even like Harrison Bryant, he didn't need a tight end, but the best tight end in that draft was right there staring in front of you. What are you going to do? Not draft him?
And that's why I say, he doesn't overthink things. He knows tight ends are a huge part of this offense. So you have a great tight end falling to you, and you can get him on a rookie salary in the 4th round. Yeah, you go out and get him.
Yeah.
Another questionable signing is Austin Hooper. We made him the highest paid tight end in the league.
Yeah,
and he hasn't panned out through 1 year.
Okay.
And all we have to go off of is this past year.
Yeah.
We can say Jadeveon Clowney was a great signing. Tack McKinley was a great signing. We don't know how they're going to mesh with the Cleveland Browns. So we really can't judge him based on what he's done over the past 6 months here. And it kills me because I love Andrew Berry. I'm just playing devil's advocate here.
I know, but he also drafted your boy, Peoples-Jones.
He drafted Peoples-Jones, right. But also at the same time, he was fortunate he fell to him in the 6th round. He, in my opinion, he was worth a 5th round pick.
Wow.
He won us a game. He won us one game as a rookie.
I know he did. That was the greatest catch ever.
It was pretty unbelievable.
We got to get off of this because we're starting to get into arguments. We got to see what happened is my phone shut down and I can't even.
Oh, shoot.
See, that's how Yep, there it is.
And now it's time for Fattboy Tuesday.
All right, so Fattboy Tuesday, we're going to go with wedding foods. We got a little recap of Vinny's wedding, which was amazing, by the way. Wasn't a lot of people. It was a lot of dancing. It was a lot of booze, and it was a lot of food. No, those Italians,
of course.
The food,
cannolis.
Cannolis is a sore subject right now.
Really?
My pool team got to him before I could get to him.
Oh boy!
I know. I was in the wedding. I couldn't even get to the cannolis.
Got to move fast.
But they had the pistachio cake. All right.
Oh, that's so good.
They had mini cupcakes with the tux painted on and a dress painted on.
Mm-hmm.
There was a bridesmaid, and I don't even think she watches us right now. But
probably not.
But she would lick the frosting off the cupcakes and just randomly leave the cupcakes places.
That's not COVID friendly.
No. But Vinny's wedding. So the Fattboy Tuesday spread that Vinny had. All right. We had a salmon with asparagus.
Mm-hmm.
We had probably one of the best chicken cordon blues I have ever had. It was legit. And then he had a breaded pork chop that a few people got. So it was the best pork chop they have ever had.
That sounds phenomenal.
Plus, they had a treats, and Vinny did it right because he knows how we are. He did Fattboy to the extreme. We ate about, I think food came out about 6. Everybody's drinking, having a good time, dancing, blah, blah, blah. About 9:30, pizzas started showing up.
That is such a baller move.
From the Italian restaurant that is just down the street, came over with 14 large pizzas for everybody to just mow down on and have a blast with afterwards. And boy, did we ever, Bri. And that was
nice.
Matteo's Italian restaurant in Olmsted Falls.
Okay.
I'll tell you what, some good damn food there.
Have you had their pizza before?
No, it was the first time I had their pizza.
Wow.
Now, it's not my top because I like my pizza a certain way, but I'll give it a top 5. It's pretty good.
Sweet. Did I miss a potato? Did you say there was potato there?
Oh yeah, there was with the pork chops. It was mashed potatoes and gravy.
Oh, mashed potatoes and gravy. Okay, gotcha.
So
nice.
With salmon, you had squash and zucchini with a Spanish rice.
Mm-hmm.
With the chicken cordon bleu, you had green beans and scalloped potatoes. And with the pork, you had the pork chop with mashed potatoes, gravy, and corn.
Oh,
I think it was.
Okay.
So it was like a little bitty corn on the cobs.
Oh, even better.
Like little sweet corns.
Yeah.
Open bar, which was amazing.
You got to.
Now, granted, it wasn't like name brand stuff. Like I think it was like Old Crow whiskey. I had never even had that before.
Doesn't matter.
It had some scotch.
Doesn't matter. Yep.
One of my pool mates disappeared because there is a ice cream place behind the reception hall that was selling ice cream, and he disappeared for about 40 minutes and got 3 things of ice cream as he sat out there to eat ice cream. Now, granted, it was hot as balls, Bri.
Was it
my Lord. It
Saturday? I'm trying to think Saturday.
Oh, Bri, I'm wearing a long sleeve shirt, a vest, a top, okay? Standing up at the altar, just sweating.
Taking a blanket.
Then we walk down to take pictures and everything. We're walking back. Everything's fine. We're sitting down to eat. And I brought my, I had twins. I drink twice as much t-shirt.
Right.
And I didn't even go to Vinny. I went to the bride. I'm like, I got to take this monkey suit off. This is driving me nuts. And she goes, are you serious right now? I'm like, can I take this off? She goes, yeah. She goes, we're done with pictures and everything. I stripped all the way down to the t-shirt. All right. Vinny looks at me and goes, what are you doing with the t-shirt on? I'm like, here, you want me to class it up? I put the vest back over the t-shirt.
Did you guys go to that covered bridge there?
Yes. That's where we took all of our pictures at. It was amazing.
That's
and
nice.
I really, I'm a man. I can admit it. The vows and the best man and the main aren't. I really did cry. I teared up because it was because I think the reason why I teared up during the vows is because they didn't realize what each other wrote, and it kind of mixed together. You know what I mean?
Sure.
But it was a great wedding. So what we're doing for Fattboy Tuesday, like Brian, when you go to a wedding, what kind of wedding foods are you looking for?
There's 2 main staples to my wedding foods, and one is chicken, and the other is potatoes.
Oh, okay.
And if you have a rock solid chicken and like phenomenal potatoes, you're good. I'll do whatever else. I like it. Sometimes you get a little barbecue in there, which is good.
Yeah.
But once in a while I'll go beef. There's usually just your generic. It's almost like a thicker cut roast beef with some sort of gravy on it. Nothing special about that. I'll go pasta. If there's pasta there, I'll usually do that. But yeah, chicken potatoes are the staple of the night, and sometimes that's all I'll get, and then I'll go up for seconds later. But I don't get too crazy with it. I'm trying to think what else. If there's a vegetable, corn sounds delicious. I would do that. But yeah, other than that, I don't usually even do dessert unless it's brought to me. If it's brought to me right after my meal, I'll do it. But if I have to go up and get it an hour or a half hour after I'm done eating, I got drinking to do.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not concerned with that.
So so Junior, you know my boy June,
right?
He had a hog roast for his wedding. All right, delicious. But my kind of go-to is either a prime rib. Now I've been to a couple weddings that have had prime rib or a chicken choice, either one.
Mm-hmm.
Even the one that will baffle you a little bit was a pasta dish. It was an Alfredo pasta dish. It was probably one of the best pasta dishes because it had like sun-dried tomatoes on it, and like it was like a fancy pasta dish.
Okay.
But I mean, it was a legit, like you were getting your first alcohol level was going down after the pasta dish, and you could bring it back up afterwards.
Okay.
So it was really good. But like Vinny's spread, he did really good. Like the food was actually really good. The only hiccup I had was the asparagus because I did get the salmon.
Mm-hmm.
And the salmon was
salmon.
Really? It was delicious. Bri,
that's
one of the best salmon I've ever had. It really was.
I'm not a salmon guy, so I wouldn't know.
But the asparagus was a little too crisp. It was like they put it in the pan for like 2 seconds, tossed it, and then just served it to me. So it was more raw than I was used to. So it kind of took me off guard a little bit.
So what was the best dish that Vinny had at the wedding? Dessert, appetizer, main meal? Dessert. Yeah.
He had the cupcakes, and then he had another dessert table, which had like little brownies on it, like the little finger desserts, like the little cookies with chocolate on top of it, the eclairs.
Oh, yeah.
But what happened was there was only four freaking cannolis, and the pool team got them before I could get to them. Because
Gotta be fast.
oh man, they're like, I'm like, I looked at Vinny, I'm like, I thought you got cannolis. He goes, I did. He goes, you didn't get one? I'm like, no, where are the cannolis at? The next thing I know, I look over at the pool team table and they're looking at me going like this. I'm like, dicks.
Now, okay, so we've talked about the food. Do you usually have a drink routine that you go through when you go to weddings? Because
Well, normally I okay, so lately I have not been on a beer kick. So normally
Okay.
it's a mixed drink. So it'd either be vodka and cranberry,
Mm-hmm.
rum and coke,
Mm-hmm.
or just a straight whiskey.
Okay.
And just sip. And because the reason why is because you and I have both talked about this. If you start drinking beer, you start getting that full sensation.
Sure.
And with those, I don't get the full sensation.
Right.
So, more room for party.
That's probably a good call. I just sometimes it catches up to me too quick if I stick with the hard liquor the whole time. What the first thing I do when you get to a wedding, I don't know if you're the same way, but first thing you go to the bar, even before you check to see what table you're sitting at. Go to the bar, get like a whiskey or a bourbon, double shot of whiskey, double shot of bourbon on the rocks, pound that down, mingle around a little bit, go get another one, maybe a couple of whiskeys, bourbons, and then after that I'll go like an imported beer. Dortmunder seems to be pretty popular around Cleveland, so that's what Phillips had at his wedding. So I get that, and then have a couple of those. Then after that, it's all kind of light beer because I've reached where I need to be, and now I just need to maintain.
Yep, I hear you. Well, that is our rendition. I mean, we're already an hour in, Bri.
Sure.
We got off on a couple tangents tonight.
Cheers.
Cheers. Let's do the trivia real quick. All right, Bri. So I'm going to bring up it's trivia time. So let me try to answer the trivia. I need 3 of the 5 highest paid NFL people next year.
Yep.
I'm going to go Dak Prescott.
Number 2.
Number 2, Aaron Rodgers.
Number 5.
I'm going to go Matt Stafford.
That's 1 X. You get 2 X's. You get 1 more X.
Carson Wentz.
No, sir. No, sir.
So Pat Mahomes isn't going to go until the following year, right?
No, this year.
Oh, is it this year? So Pat
This
Mahomes
year.
is number 1.
Pat Mahomes is number 1.
All right.
Deshaun Watson.
Oh, I forgot about Deshaun. Well,
number 3.
We can't get into that.
And Russell Wilson at $35 million is your number 4.
Yeah, dang.
Also, surprisingly, Jared Goff makes the same amount as Aaron Rodgers does next year.
That's unreal. Unreal.
Crazy.
Right.
But you were close with Wentz. He makes 32 mil, and Rodgers makes 33.5.
The only reason why I brought up Wentz is because I thought that Patrick Mahomes' money wasn't until the following year.
That's what I thought too, to be honest. But after looking it up, next year.
Well, they announced that if they decide to franchise tag Baker Mayfield like they did with Dak, you know what the price tag is?
What's that?
$43.5 million for a franchise tag. So swallow that down, Browns fans. All right.
Yeah, you don't want to go down that road with them.
No. All right, so let's get into our top 5 now. And
top 5
we're going to
current
players.
Top 5, not your favorite. Who you think the top 5 best are?
Oh, the top 5 best are? All right.
The top 5 NBA players. If you want me to go first, I can go first. You can go first.
No. I'll go.
Good.
All right. So at number 5 right now, I am going to go Trae Young. Number 5. All right.
So let me also, just to be clear, this is not players that are left in the playoffs now.
No,
I'm talking in the whole league. Okay.
That's
all right.
it. I'm going to go Trae Young, number 5.
Like it.
I'm going to go Kyrie, number 4.
Whoa.
All right. He can still turn on. I'm going to go number 3, KD.
Okay.
Number 2, I still got to go with LeBron as number 2. And
Number 2. Whoa, I can't wait to see number 1.
my number 1 right now, Embiid. Embiid is
Wow.
he is a different player, dude. He really is.
Okay.
And for him to have his knee blown out and he's still playing and scoring 40 points and carrying his team, I gotta go with Embiid number 1. What about you, bud?
And the Cavs could have had him at number 1 overall when they took Andrew Wiggins.
Yeah, but Andrew Wiggins got us Kevin Love and LeBron.
Yeah, and Embiid, if you remember coming out of Kansas, he had a lot of health issues, which
He still has those issues.
he still kind of has. But when he's right, yeah, you're right. He's a great player. Number 5, and you feel free to punch me next time you see me, because number 5, I tried not to put him on my list, but Steph Curry and what he does.
Oh my God, are you?
Yeah, I'm sorry. That sucks.
You might as well just put Draymond at number 4.
I know and I should have.
Oh my
bad.
God,
That's bad
you.
on me. I should have came
I
up
gotta
with somebody
smack
else.
you.
Number 4, Damian Lillard. What he did in the
I
playoffs,
forgot
what he
about
does
Dame.
every single year is unbelievable, because he's by himself basically out there. And if you
Dame's
saw
number 2.
what he put up, like 58 or something in one of the games this year, and he
Dame's
just
unreal. He's one of the clutchest people in the NBA right now. I would trust him on every game-winning shot.
right.
That's how clutch he is.
Right. We talk about Hosey being maybe the most underrated guy in baseball. Lillard might be the most underrated guy in NBA.
Give me number 3.
Number 3, after this year, I'm bought in. Luka Doncic.
Oh, I forgot about Luka too.
Yeah, I think he's already there. He's only like, what, 22, 23, something like that.
Can I trade out Kyrie for Luka?
No.
Yes. All right, go ahead.
And my number 2 and my number 1 are the guys that you could probably figure that they be the last 10 years. Durant number 2, LeBron number 1.
All right. Well, hey, I can't argue that.
Yeah. I mean, I don't love LeBron.
So, hold on. No Anthony Davis?
No, I don't.
Oh.
You know what they call him in L.A.?
What?
They call him Data Davis, because he's always hurt.
That's so messed up.
I thought that was pretty good.
That was pretty good.
Yep.
All right. So we are here at the end of our show. All right. We did everything else, right, Brian?
Yep.
All right. So we're here at the end of the show. By the way, we are sponsored by Lake Erie APA. If you want to play pool, just get a hold of us. Either Lake Erie APA on Facebook, or get a hold of me and Bri here at Legal Ham to the Face on Facebook, on Twitter at Ham Illegal, on our YouTube. Comment, click, subscribe, have fun with us. Friday, we will try to get our special with Jake Burns. I apologize that it didn't come out tonight, but you always have scheduling conflicts. And don't forget to tune in live at Rookies next
Come on
week,
out.
July 6th.
Yeah.
Come on out and have fun.
Don't tune in. Come on out. It's not that far from wherever you're at.
Yep, exactly. So, Bri, we're here at the end of the show. We want to thank our troops. We want to thank our first responders and everybody else for what they do to make this place great. Make America. I can't do it again. I don't want to get political. We're not going to get the MAGA hat out.
Oh, yeah. Stay away.
We're staying away from the MAGA hat. But no, it's the 4th of July. Enjoy the fireworks. Enjoy the barbecue. Enjoy your family. All right?
Yep. Without a doubt. Yep. We live in the greatest country in the world, so it's time to celebrate it. Enjoy your family. Enjoy your country. Enjoy your freedom. God bless you. God bless America.
All right. I am that fat guy. We are uncorked, unloaded, and we're out. See ya.
See ya.